Hey guys, my name is Meads. Welcome to my channel. I know it's a surprise. I'm doing a Super Deform review. Yes, my channel is about Super Deform, yet I'm not doing that lately. Just get sidetracked with a lot of other projects, as you've seen, and well, I have a lot of ideas, but little time. Anyways, I thought that even though this has already been reviewed by other YouTube reviewers out there, I might as well give my opinion about it. So here we go. We have the Super Deformed Gundam Age-1, and it comes with three separate how would you call this, age system? I'm just gonna call it that because it's I mean, you have the fast with the Spallow, and you have the strength with the Titus, and just have the normal. Anyways, this one is interesting. I was hoping that they will release it separately because I wanted to display them separately, but apparently they put in only one kit, which is not surprising since they did it with Gundam Seed with the Strike Gundam and the Striker weapon system, which it's actually a pretty good idea because I mean, a lot of kids when they got this, they want to do a lot of part swapping, changing packs, and it's actually a great idea. But when they did that, they also released just a Strike Gundam, so you can actually buy 2 more Strike Gundams and put the launcher pack and the sword pack on those, while you have the original Strike Gundam on that kit to have the ale pack. But I guess that didn't really work out, and I think there's actually quite a lot of Strike Gundams out there still, so might as well just sell one, and yeah, well, there we go. So for me, who likes to collect and have every single one, I have to buy 3 of these kits, which is not too bad because I mean, the extra parts could be great for customization. Anyways, moving on. Here's a really nice box art. A bit of a description on the side, which is great. Inside, you have the white, red, and blue trees, which really pretty much just corresponds to each of the age systems. It's really nice. And you have polycaps there. You see the Titus. Yep. You also have sticker sheet, and you have that one ice, kind of like for the Sangoden. And you have the illustration booklet for instructions, and some parts are colored, which is nice, and you have a little bit of comics or manga, and inside the instruction in black and white, the usual. And this one comes with this kind of like the Sky Grasper, but they call it the H Mechanical Equipment Moving Boat, or a MIMB. But yeah, alright, so that's it for the unboxing of this, and let's move on to the actual model kit. Alright, so here's Gundam Age, and I do apologize, it's not painted, it's just out of the box, since I'm still not quite sure how I'm gonna paint this guy. And right now, I'm just liking it the way it is. It's actually really nice color separation. I mean, actually, if you just panel line this and maybe touch up with the stickers, it'll actually looks pretty good already. Right off the bat, when I'm building this, actually, when I just saw, when I was looking at the preview pictures, I was afraid that they will go with the Sangoku, without the elbow articulation, and I was hoping they will put it back, and luckily they did. They do have elbow articulation here, and it's actually quite interesting how they implemented that. It's with a polycap, and you sandwich it and you put it inside here. Let's see if I can remove this part right here. Yeah, it's really interesting that how they did that. Everything is secure. Really nice touch. So I give props to the Bandai R&D who designed that, or the engineers. And actually, going back to the shoulder joint, it's secure. Not much problem as the one I have for Sangokudens. And overall, this is pretty good. I really like this. It gives me hope for the Super Deform, that they're going back that the way it should be. Have elbow articulation. It's very solid, and nothing just falls off it. I really like it, and pretty much this is my recommended Super Deform up to date. And one thing I also noticed that the V-fin is quite large. This is your typical Super Deform, and just look how the V-fin is slightly bigger now. Huh. Which is, you know, I'm actually happy. Yeah, like again, I'm a big fan of the design of the Gundam heads, and just the Super Deform just makes it, you know, bigger and emphasizes it more, and you know, that's pretty cool. And you have a big shield, which is great too. And you have this really nice big spoil in the back. Kind of makes you think that, is it going to transform to a car? Maybe. And you have the Dots rifle right here. Really nice, and I think you can remove this part here, which kind of secures it in place. Which is, again, another nice touch. But it just makes sure you don't lose that. But yeah, that's Age Normal. And now going to Titus. Let's see, I guess you just pop out the shoulders, pretty much the whole thing, I suppose. I think you remove this part right here. There we go. Put the red piece. Is that how it goes? I might be mistaken. I think you might. Oh, I think I forgot how to do this one. Oh, I think it just stays there too. Let's see. Kind of forget how does this work. Does this? Oh, there we go. Alright, I got that part. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I think that's how it's supposed to be. Yeah, remove this part right here. We can push it back. Actually, the legs can go too. I start putting the red pieces together. And let's see. Oh, another great thing I noticed about this kit while building it is the polycaps. Yep, they didn't chip out and make you part swap them. They actually give you enough polycaps so that you can have the shoulder for each one, and you don't have to part swap them, which could be a hassle. So here we go, we have Titus, and this is pretty good. I really like him. Very bulky. It could be a boxer or something. Really nice. And also it comes with option parts of, I think I always have a problem to put it on. There we go. And you also have the lariat. I think that's how they pronounce it. Let's see. How do I put this thing on? I'm not too sure how to put it, but I think that might be it. And obviously, if you have more than one kit, you can put it on the other one too. And also with the lariat. But yeah, that's pretty awesome. I was actually hoping that they did some for the knees also, but usually the knees or the lower half of the body is overlooked and super deformed. Just look at the upper body. Yep. Alright, then let's go with Spallow. Alright, so identical to Titus, we put the blue part instead. Put this thing on. And put the foot. always think that Spallow is kind of weird. I mean, when I first saw it, like, it's nothing too special. I mean, pretty much less armor, goes faster. It's kind of weird. And I actually didn't grow much appreciation of the design till lately. And actually, when I saw the master grade, like, that's pretty awesome. And I kind of want to have the master grade version of it. But right now, I have the super deform, which is pretty good also. And one thing that you might notice, this is the Sangoden, which I'm referring to. No elbow articulation. And makes you wonder why they did that for the Spallow, because you're supposed to be fast, agile, and why not? But for the most part, you can actually pull off a lot of cool poses without the elbow articulation. So nonetheless, it still works out. And you have this really cool knife, which right now looks really drab because it's not painted. Again, I do apologize for not painting this kit and reviewing it. But if you have to, awesome. You got two blades ready to pretty much swoop in and slash. And actually, out of this, I was thinking of doing a crossover customs. You know, maybe do a Blanca from Street Fighter on Titus, since he's bulky and he has those effect parts. You know, maybe kind of like lightning for Blanca. And this guy, I was thinking of doing Sonic because he's blue, he's fast, right? But that kind of didn't work out. And after, well, maybe still for the Blanca, that might work out. But for the Sonic, I mean, I was trying to put the foot here. Maybe that'll work. I mean, Sonic has that red shoes. But after a while, I kind of realized, like, I gonna have to really make the hair and everything. So I went to a different route, and which pretty much gets me back to, you know, what got me interested with Gundam Age. With the spoiler design, where's the car? Has someone made a car yet? And if for those who, I don't know if you guys noticed, when I'm doing my Spider-Man work in progress, I have in the background, and I didn't see anyone comment on it yet. Actually, I did post this already in the forums and in other sites, but I'm just wondering, you know, if someone noticed it in my YouTube so far. Alright, let's get to it. Alright, so pretty much this is going to be a quick tutorial on how to do this Kitbash with the SDH different H system, and pretty much make this concept car that I made up. So first, you're going to be using this one, but I made a little bit adjustments, but for the most part, what I'm going to show you, you can do this without modifying anything. Nothing at all. You don't have to, but it helps if you do. But yeah, I was able to do it, and you just need probably do a little bit of taping or gluing if you want to, but you can do it without much modification. So I already have this one right here, and pretty much what I did is add magnets for support to hold things together. And the old thing you're going to be adding on this Kitbash is these two polycaps, which are originally like the elbow of an older super deform or high grades. So this one's right here, and I added a little bit of masking tape just to give it a little bit of support. So now what you're going to do is just grab one of the shoulder or the arm of the regular Age and stick it to the Titus. And pretty much this is going to be your suspension and wheel for the front, as you can see there. And grab the other one, do the same, and there we go. And as you can see, it's movable and it works pretty well as a suspension. And I think that's the only way. I mean, I'm sure there's probably another way. You probably don't need a polycap if you stick it in some way, but for me it works out having that polycap there. Next part will be adding the back wheels. Pretty much I'm gonna use the regular H normal's leg. You can use the normal foot, but for some weird reason I chose the Titus one. I think because of what I did here. I shaved some of the, what do you call this, plates. But again, you don't have to use this. You can just glue it right away or tape it. But that's what you need to do. Stick it together. I'm gonna put it on this joint right there and do the same for the other one. And you'll notice now again you have suspension and you can twist it, which is really nice for a car. It's not stationary. You can actually move it. So we have the pretty much the wheels on the bottom, and now moving on the top, you're gonna have the shield, and pretty much this is gonna be your kind of like windshield or cockpit. It goes on top, and you're gonna have the body, which you will be separating like so. And again, I added magnets just for support. You don't have to, you can just tape it. One goes on the back like so, the other one goes in front. There we go. And also, I actually didn't add this till lately, and actually kind of makes sense to add it because you have this really big gap on the side. And this one just goes here, and this is the shoulder and arm for the Titus. Goes in there and just tucks in, and kind of gives you that cool kind of like hydraulics. And there we go. Alright, so now we have that. You can also put the Titus legs. Let's see if I have some legs here on the underside over here. You can tuck it in, but the problem with that one, this one keeps pushing this outward and popping it off, so I just chose to not to put it, but you can if you want to, or maybe put it in some weird fashion you want to, but you don't have to. And last but not the least, you're gonna put this part right here, and pretty much the V-fin makes a good bumper. I did super glue it on this front part, the white piece that goes here. So again, you can just tape it, super glue it, but you're not really gonna do a lot of modifications. And there we go. That's Gundam Age concept car buggy or whatnot. And it looks pretty cool. And again, you just need 2 kits for this to make it happen. You just need 2 kits, and you just pretty much need the shoulder for the kit of the Titus. Yep, and you're still gonna have your normal Age with the other accessories. You just can't transfer them to the Titus unless you borrow it from the wheels of this guy, which you still can. Again, you can super glue the ones on the back or glue them, but the front is still polycap. I mean, you can just pop it up from the joint, and you can still transform to Titus, which is pretty great. Because one thing you want to do is just make it fix, and you cannot transform it back. But yeah, so in some sense you can imagine Gundam Age transforming into this really awesome car. Yeah, so let me know what you guys think of this concept car that I created. I think it's a really awesome Kitbash, and I think for some of you, you might want to try it. And go ahead. And actually, I was thinking of doing some more once Super Deform Age-1 Normal comes out, the kit, as well as the Age-3. I'm thinking for Age-2 maybe do some kind of airplane, or maybe a helicopter or something, since they have all those fins. We'll see, we'll see. And maybe Age-3, all those cannons, maybe make a tank of some sort. Alright, so that's pretty much my review. Pretty much bottom line, my opinion on this really awesome kit. There's a lot of things you can do, as you can see in my review. Highly recommended. Best best Super Deform mold kit up to date. Well, other than, well, it really depends on what you like, but right now I highly recommend getting this if it's your first time with Super Deform. So there you have it. That's my review for Super Deform Age-1. I hope you guys like it. So until then, this is Meads. Thank you for watching.